Someday, make it there, I swear, to that place that haunts my dreams at night. Singing heavenly highway hymns all the way up to that beautiful old countryside. Someday, find the words to explain all the good times that echo through my mind. You'll grin in the morning, the warm southern sun, seen in double when those chemicals align. Just some kids who needed love, using laughter as their drug, doing their best to toe that hard line. Someday, I will lie under blue skies in a hayfield that holds me like home.
Is it? Hey man, I feel fantastic. This is a bad angle. It is a bad angle.
Amazing.
Thank goodness.
What up, boy? Let's go. I'm stoked. I'm ready to get this going. I need water. I need water.
It's so hot.
It's hot.
It's so hot.
Head up high, knowing someday comes one day at a time. Today, as sunset sets soon as supper is warm. Today, got someday on my mind.
Bishop Beckman, Mr. Valladay, Mr. Somprak, Father Randy and Father Chris, faculty and staff, friends and family of graduating seniors, I thank you all for being here to support our incredible class of 2025. We wouldn't be here without you. I wanted to start off with the big reason I think Knoxville Catholic is truly special. What I find unique about our school is that although it is not perfect, it has everything. This reminds me of the time that the school had an entire Dunkin' Donuts in the Commons. That particular day was my birthday, and I was so upset because the Dunkin' lines were out of control. And if you know me, you know I run on Dunkin'. The only complaint I had was that the Frappuccinos were for teachers only, but I can let that one slide. Examples like this show the love and dedication that the staff of Knoxville Catholic has for their students, and just what a special place this has been to call home for the past 4 years. Like I said, we really do have everything. I mean, we have a teacher who won't stop singing about purple sheets when we are anxiously waiting to take a test. Mr. Preacher, you really stressed us out. Or Coach Satter, who ate spaghetti at 8:30 a.m. in freshman religion. Also, who can forget the best school lunch in town, especially the buffalo mac and cheese? And we even have Tim O'Daly, who captures our best moments for us with his amazing pictures. It really doesn't get any better than that. When I thought about what I was going to say tonight, I remembered during my crowning, Father Chris gave a homily about flowers and their life. When I heard that, everything clicked. Thank you, Father Chris. It led me to think of Knoxville Catholic as a garden with all different types of plants and flowers, growing at different paces and blooming at different times. I did a little research, and a particular flower, a peace lily, reminds me of my friend Ensley Perry, who used to be so shy, but now she's willing to move 6 hours away for college to play basketball. The peace lily grows at a slower pace and eventually becomes one of the biggest, brightest blooms. Some of us are like peace lilies, and some of us are like sunflowers, like my friend Sarah Pugh. They grow quickly and use their liveliness to help others bloom. They inspire and lead others towards the light. Some of us are like baby's breath, who don't shout for attention, but have a beauty all on its own and bring out the beauty in others. I learned this about baby's breath while I was really struggling to make my prom bouquet this year. We all have different paths we take to grow, and maybe some of us have not bloomed yet. The way we can help each other live to our fullest and be our best selves is through the water of friendship, forgiveness, and love. Psalm 133:1 says, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live in unity." Here in this place, we are automatically surrounded by others who want the true good. We learn to forgive each other through the guidance of the Holy Spirit. I mean, I did forgive Emily for making fun of me for not wearing socks to school, but now that I think about it, I should have been the one apologizing. And love. I could not find a definition of love that I liked. But 2 weeks ago, my mom told me that love is doing something for a person you care about, even if it is hard, and I think that is really beautiful. 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, "So now, faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love." It's hard to go through high school and manage friends, have good grades, keep your sanity while playing basketball, although that one might just apply to the girls' basketball team and me. Friendship, forgiveness, and love are truly what will help us thrive in the world. The garden of life will be rich for all of us if we continue to carry these values in all that we do. You are all inspirations to the flowers that grow beside you. To the class of 2025, I'm so grateful to have spent this time with everyone. You're all so special, and I pray that God bless you all during this exciting time for the rest of your lives. Whether you are a peace lily, sunflower, or even a baby's breath, just remember, flowers never pick themselves.
Bishop Beckman, Mr. Valladay, Father Chris Michelson, Father Randy Stice, Mr. Somprak, honored guests, faculty and staff, and fellow graduates of the class of 2025. I am truly honored to be here speaking to you tonight. The Sede Sapientiae honor is without a doubt the most meaningful achievement in my life, and although I've had a long-standing fear of public speaking, I am embracing this opportunity and cannot be more excited to be here in front of you tonight. Grace Drone, I know you're in the front putting me on the clock here, so I'll make sure to not drag on too long. This speech was very hard for me to write. It felt like there was a high bar to reach, and I'll be honest, I didn't know if I could reach it. I was trying to figure out how to incorporate some metaphor to base it off of, or relate our class to something personal and relatable, and I had no success. I looked at myself struggling to find the right words, and I thought, man, these were the best 4 years of my life. How can I not find some way to express that? And then it hit me. What if I just did that? What if I just expressed what these 4 years meant to me, and what about them made them the best time of my life? I might not give some really moving analogy or deliver a graduation speech that people will remember and talk about for years to come, and I'm okay with that. What I decided matters to me is that I show love to the events and opportunities that made high school what it was to me, and thank the people involved for all they have given to my life. These past 4 years truly have been the best 4 of my life. Now, I realize I've only had 18 of them, so it's not the biggest sample size, but I'm confident that even for years to come, it'll take a lot to compete with these last 4. I'll never forget wearing a 3-piece suit with Mr. Somprak's face on it to winter formal this year, which I might add, I think he might have enjoyed a little more than I did. Those of you who are close to me know whenever someone has talked to me about college or life after high school, they've been met with some response along the lines of, I don't want to leave, or I wish I could stay in high school forever. And that really is the case. As much as I'm excited for the college experience and getting the first taste of life on my own, if I could stay here and do it all over again, I would. In fact, the other day I was joking with Coach Martin about joining the soccer team, and you know, Coach, well, let me make sure there are no TSSAA officials here, but you're losing some good seniors this year, and Josh, JT, Noah, Jonah, Kobe, and Marcos, so if you need me to come back and take an old-fashioned COVID year, just let me know. I couldn't score anything, but I can give you some solid defensive presence in the back there. Hey, if JT Tucker can play 5 years of varsity sports, why can't I? Now, as I mentioned, there are a handful of people that I would like to personally thank and say a few words about. When I introduce you guys, if you wouldn't mind standing so I can talk directly to you, I'd appreciate that. The first person I would like to mention is Ben Falvey. Ben, if you could please stand. I knew Ben needed to be first because he was the first person I met in Knoxville. When we were in 6th grade, I made a trip up here from Texas with my parents to look at schools and houses, and on the first day I was touring St. John Newman. As soon as we stepped into the front office, we were introduced to Ben as the student I'd be shadowing for the day. I ended up going to SJN, and Ben and I have been close ever since. From playing trumpet in the band together for 6 years, to sending each other Instagram videos to make each other laugh, Ben has always been the definition of what a great friend should be. Ben, thank you for being my day one, literally. The next two are Emily Lamatina and Marissa Priano, if you two could please stand. Now, I wasn't too close with these two until this year, but I'm extremely grateful that I am now. I got the opportunity to work with Emily as the 2 leaders of the Irish Ambassadors, which honestly was one of my favorite parts of the year. I made so many memories through the Irish Ambassadors, and Emily, I'm so thankful that I got to hold that position with you. Marissa was also one of our Irish Ambassadors, and first let me just say, if Yeah by Usher ever comes on and we're in the room, just know we're singing every word of that song. The story I want to tell about these two, though, starts at our end of summer ambassador meeting in the library. We're instructed to make name tags, and I asked Marissa and Emily whether I should write Grant or Grant Odom or something else entirely. In almost unison, they looked at me and said, "What about Godum?" Now, with the name Grant being one syllable, I've never really had a nickname, but these two girls are about to change that. They called me Godum for most of the meeting, and some of the other ambassadors started to catch on as well, and from there it was off to the races. It still amazes me to think about how many people know me as that now, and I think I'm referred to as Godum rather than Grant by most of the students in the school. I never could have imagined having such a fun nickname that people would use all the time, but I do now, and Emily and Marissa, that's because of you two. So thank you for coming up with Godum that summer day in the library, and thank you for becoming two of my closest friends this year. The next group I would like to mention is the KCHS golf team, and not just the seniors in front of me here, but if any of my past or present teammates could all please stand for me. There are so many words I could say to you guys, but the most important are thank you. Thank you for growing alongside of me, not just as athletes, but as people. Thank you for bringing me up on my bad days and helping me find the happiness in every scenario. And thank you for just always being teammates I can count on. To my coaches, Coach Adam Walker for my first 3 years and Coach Peter Medlin for my final one, thank you for everything. You guys saw the best parts of me even when I couldn't. You pushed me in every way you could and in every way I needed. So again, to all of you that I've shared this experience with, thank you. My time on the KCHS golf team has meant more to me than you all will ever know, and I wouldn't change any bit of it. Now the last few people I need to thank are Frank Lagai, Gonzalo Vela, and Keegan Smith. If you three could please stand. You guys were always there for me, and as soon as I met each one of you, I knew I'd surrounded myself with the right people. You challenged me in the classroom, as it was a big deal who did the best, and more importantly, who did the worst, on Dr. Pierce's chemistry tests and Miss O'Brien's Spanish quizzes. And that friendly competition is a defining reason I'm on the path I am now. My first time out of the country was spending my birthday in Peru with you three over spring break, and that's a time of my life I'll never forget. Frank, your humor brings so much joy into my life. Last year, and this is still crazy for me to think about, we had the exact same schedule, all 8 classes, and I can confidently say it was impossible to have a bad day because whenever it might be going downhill, you were always there to bring a smile back to my face. Gonzalo, you are undoubtedly one of the kindest people I've ever met. We've been inseparable since I came to SJN, and I'm confident that your kindness and wanting the best for others rubbed off on me. I've been able to feel myself becoming a happier and more loving person as a result of being around you for so long. I know you're going to go so far in life, not because of how smart you are, which is saying something because you're one of the smartest people I know, but because you truly care for people and simply have the kind heart that the world needs. And lastly to Keegan. I couldn't find the words to say to you in the letter I wrote you at the senior retreat, and still now writing this speech I can't find them either. Sometimes you just have a friend so close that there's no way to express how you feel. What I can say is that I couldn't have imagined my life the last 4 years without you, and there's absolutely no chance I'd be standing up here right now if it weren't for you. You brought out the best in me, Keegan, in every aspect of my life, and you have just been the best friend I needed and the best friend I could have imagined. I know I said I couldn't express myself in that letter, but I would like to share something that you wrote me in your letter at the senior retreat. Now, I'm warning everyone here, I straight up bawled my eyes out reading what he wrote and teared up heavily writing this, so I'll try and get through this. But his message to me was, you are going to be there beside me at my wedding, and I can't wait for my kids to meet their Uncle Grant. Now, if those aren't the words of a true, genuine friend, then I don't know what are. So, Keegan, Gonzalo, Frank, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Now, I know I've gone way over my time here. Sorry, Grace, and I apologize for that. But I want to leave this podium with a message. Wherever all of us are off to next year, or in the next coming years, go experience everything you can and cherish it. This past year, I gave myself that challenge. Besides attending football and basketball games and playing in golf matches or performing in band concerts, I hadn't gone to too much in my high school career. This year, however, I changed that. I went to more soccer games than I can count. I got to watch my first men's and women's lacrosse games. And the most surprising, considering 4 of my closest friends are runners, I experienced my first track meet. Doing all this made my last year of high school so much more memorable. It left me with a surreal feeling of pride in our school and my classmates being able to show off our various talents. I've always taken pride in trying to know as much of the KCHS population as I can, but I finally felt satisfied with that goal after this year. By going to games, plays, and other school events, I was able to see just how talented and special we are as a class and a school. It's something you can't see just by walking the halls and seeing how we act as students, but rather it comes from seeing our lives beyond. I am 100% going to take this same mindset going into college, and I challenge all of you to do the same. Go explore these things that you maybe never thought you would. By doing this, we all grow as people and surprise ourselves with who we become. The last thing I want to say is thank you, class of 2025, for the past 4 years. Thank you, everyone, and one last time, go Irish.
Anthony Hui Cao.
Thank you, Bishop. You got this.
Stephen Joseph Carlson.
Good job, buddy. I'm proud of you. Congratulations.
One last time. Everybody, strap in! Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Hey, Bobby, we did it! Did it!
Someday I'll call up all my old friends and catch up with too many friends. Pulling all night, sitting around fire for the first time in so many years. Someday I will come to my senses, stop sitting on fences in fear. And I will realize after all of this time that someday was always just right here. Today, I'll hold my head up high, knowing someday has been here the whole damn time. There's a sunset setting, I ain't forgetting the blood that made my heart warm. Today, I found what I was searching for. Someday, I will send you a postcard from the place that I'm smiling tonight. I sang heavenly highway hymns all the way up to this beautiful warm countryside.